Hey guys, what's going on? We're back into Sevtech Ages here. Last we left off, we did a lot of exploration, the prior stream. This session, we are going to be, we're going to be building infrastructure. We're going to work on the house and essentially prep it for, well, prep it for future builds. Because we're going to have to do a lot of building if we want to progress further. Well, with that, let's just get into it. There's nothing really special beyond that, I don't think. As for what we specifically will do, I guess we'll see once we log in. Alright, first order of business. We're going to need to build the infrastructure a little better, and that means I'm going to have to first start by removing this tree, because it is currently in the way. And as much as I'd love to have the tree, you know, around, not for the best for building. So, with that in mind, I'm going to need to repair my axe first. And then chop this puppy down. As for when it'll be fully chopped down, I have no idea personally, but I'm sure with just a bit of work, it should just decay on its own, and we'll be good to go. With the mod pack, or rather the tech shaders pack, rather, makes it hard to tell whether you're chopping down a tree or not. So I'm just gonna have to wing it for most bits. But once it clears up, it should just peel away like... It should peel away like real quick. It'll make my life a lot easier once it does. Okay. This needs to go as well. Chop that down. Anything else? Ah, yes. You need to go. Anything else? You have a log. I should probably chop these down real quick. Might as well. Just get rid of them. Slowly but surely chop my way up. There we go. Now I can just carefully chop trim at the edges and go from there. Anything here? Yep, one log. There he goes. Alright, now for you guys. Let's see. A few there. I think for the most part it's good. Yeah, I just got to deal with that one, I believe. This one. And for the most part, that's good to go. I just need to pick up any saplings that come across to prevent them from growing. So just quickly slip down. I at the very least need to just get the minimum needed here. Last thing I would want is, you know... well, the last thing I would want is another tree growing and causing a whole ruckus. So let's just do that, and we're good to go, I think. Yep, I just need to fill this in, and yeah. We'll go from there. Alright, with that, I can fill this up. And then carefully do that. From here, it's just a matter of filling up the rest. And I think that's it for now. I could just... yeah. I guess I could, like, cut this tree down, but I don't think I need to. I just need to avoid any areas that are still unlit. Or, well, not avoid per se, but yeah, just brighten those areas up. There we go. I think I should be good. Now, next order of business. Let's first get some food, because I'm going to need that. How am I going to produce that, though? I guess oak saplings and plant sprouts to start with, because I'm going to need a tree to at least farm with. I could place it in the middle, honestly, and go from there. But I'm going to actually do it... let's just put it over here, I want to say. That way I can just have like a little area for it. I don't need to make this a huge farm per se. I just need to make it acceptable. Yeah, I just trimmed the little bits here and it'll be good. It will look like a wonky tree, but I'm not here for like specified build. What am I trying to say? I'm not here to make it look perfect, is what I'm trying to get at. I just need for it to produce apples, so I have some fruit food source that I do not have to worry about. Because once it's, you know, once it's growing, and I don't have to, you know, worry about it. At least for the long term, anyways. Okay, with that, I can just probably leave that to grow and pop in some actual food. Which actually brings me to my next build that I need to do. First, let's check nutrients. Grain is the need, so no nuts. Our next order of business is to make a setup to cook food, I do believe. So, with that in mind, I do believe we're going to need a room to cook said items. So, in order to do that, I'm going to probably make like a little cobble room here and have it extend into a staircase down, so that way I have a nice little workable room to work with. As for the tree here, probably just place like a door here. It'll lead... well, actually, what I could probably do is I could lead either a door here or a door somewhere along here, and have that lead into a staircase using this side as a way, and I can guide it all the way down to the bottom, I believe. Just have like a little open area here so I can access the mountain without too much trouble, and go from there. That sounds like a reasonable idea. For now though, let's start making the walls, or at least compare what I need to do for the walls here. So, okay, so it's an 8 by 9, I want to say. So I should probably make it a 2 by 2 door here. So something like this, I believe. And we can go from there, basically. Just trim the inside here, and I can just make like a nice little fire pit, essentially. full of stuff. I'll figure out the details, but this is the rough idea anyways. Oh, seems like I dug a bit further than expected anyways. Okay, so on the inside here, it's going to have to change to cobble, I believe. At the very least, cobble, so things don't go up in smoke, basically. So, first order of business, let's just make a quick wall around, so, you know, things don't catch alight. Let's place one here, and just guide this along. Given this room is going to be used for cooking, it's going to light itself, so I should be good on that front. So I'll just make like 2 little holes here, and make a hole for here, I guess, and just guide it along, I think. Probably 2 on the side here, I want to say. No, not for now, anyways. Let's make a line here for now. That way I can cook food this area. Probably align it so it probably isn't needed to do it like this, but yeah, why not? Okay, that's that, and I can put. I'll move it actually a bit, so that way it's like this. Let's move that there, and move these here. And now I can get to lighten. I certainly could do with a flint and steel though. Like, for real. Yeah, a flint and steel would be nice. So, in order to make that, I'm going to just, well, for now, I should probably at least do this. Okay, that's lit. Light this. And yeah, I just basically got to do that a couple of times. There we go. There we go. And another. I'm probably going to need to make quite a few more, honestly. So that's another thought I'm going to have to consider. But with all this, what I can probably do is I can put the cauldrons in the corner. I can put the grills on the side here. And then I can start making like areas inside the middle to actually produce some other results. So there is that. This will be where my power is gained, and with specific building properties I can probably build it so stuff comes up from here, but all of it's a work in progress, so for as long as I work, you know, it's just gonna build up and up and up. At least that's what I feel. So for now, let's just light things up. Okay, here we go. Now, first comes the cauldron, and then the grills. Then we're going to need to worry about the kilns themselves, which shouldn't be too hard to produce. They're basically clay. Where are they? Well, I'm gonna have to make it, actually, I do believe. But with that, I can make this kiln block, and I'll put it right here, honestly. I'll have to light it up properly when I get the chance, but for now, I'm not too worried. I'm also going to have to figure out a way to produce a lot of water. There is also the watering can as an option, and oak barrels, I suppose. I'd prefer to have an infinite water source, though, if I can make it. I don't... Oh, here we go. I'm gonna need to make a Water Sigil, I think is the best course of action, which is sugar, 2 water buckets, and a tartaric gem, or soul. But if I can have infinite water, that's going to help me a lot, I feel. So, I will have to get into blood magic to do that. But, not a huge loss overall. I'm also going to have to think of a mob farm, or at least consider the idea, because if I need to use blood, it's probably going to be more productive than me having to stab myself a bunch of times. As you can tell, I have to think a lot about this stuff. But it's all important. It's very much important. Okay, with that, let's first, I guess, do this. Get this established. There we go. Put you back with the tools. What else? I've got the blank runes and the blood altar ready. There's the melters and whatnot, but I'll worry about that later. What I need right now is the clay to make, yeah, just make these. There we go, 6. That should do it, I think. Yep, 6 is enough. And with the design, I should be able to just, you know, work without too much trouble. With this design, though, I'm going to have to consider how I'm going to do the others. If I'm going to make this room dedicated to this cooking, I'm going to have to put the... I'll have to put 4 kilns in the middle here. Or I could actually put this here in the middle, actually. I might actually do that. 1 second. So let's just quickly chop these up. And I guess in the meantime I can just plop these as well and make some more cooking blocks. Okay, with that I just put these up here. Chop this down. Put this up here. Now, theoretically, I should have enough room to do this. So I think I do, anyways. Honestly, well, let's think. So I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 8 blocks there, versus the entire row here, excluding these 2. Which is 5, 10. With this, it'd be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So going around this kiln is actually a little better in the long run. So let's just do that. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to just make a little circle around the kiln here. And that'll be a lighting area, essentially. It's going to be tightly packed, of course, but it'll be fine. There we go. Quite the design, if I do say so myself. Plus, it saves me from worrying about these planks catching fire and just everything going up in smoke, so it's not that bad. Okay, with that, I just need 1, 2, 3, about 8 left. That's 6, and 2 more just to be sure. From there, I can basically be good. Eat the apple. And almost done. With this, I can probably have a bunch of stone grills on the side, and I can probably put a ton of kilns around while having the kiln, with having the proper kiln just cooking in the middle, which is going to make for an interesting room, I won't deny. What do I do next? I guess there's also the exploration part, which is going to be quite the task, I must admit. And then there's also the compass stuff, which I'm going to have to worry about. Well, I won't deny I've got a lot to think about, at least. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I need to be right back real quick. Got something to do. I will take just a quick intermission to handle this, so be right back soon. Okay, I'm back. Let's get back into it. Alright, so after having some thoughts on what I do while I was working, the first order of business that I should focus on is getting a lay of the land, honestly. As much as I'd like to, you know, keep going on and, you know, building everything and, you know, working it up, my first important business should at the very least be to figure out my surroundings, and from there I can start actually building something important. As for what that surroundings is, it really depends. But essentially, the goal would be to figure out what's around the area, and from there I can locate any important nodes, i.e. iron or whatnot, or gold, or, you know, stardust even. And from there I can build stuff up. So for now, our order of business right now is to basically reorganize ourselves a little bit. While I would love to build a farm, that is going to have to wait as well, because that will take time that I want to put elsewhere, basically. I guess put some of the rest in here. That'll do with the wood, I guess. Here we go. Done. What I shall do, though, let's see, nutrition, vegetables are the key right now. I will bring the rest of my steak dinners, and I will use those up, I guess. And if I can, I will be getting more raw beef. Or at least that would be the plan. But first, let's sleep on it, and then we can get going. Apologies, 1 second. Something's creaking, and I'm not sure what it is. Alright, I think I dealt with it, but I don't... Nah, I don't think I dealt with it. Oh well. Well, whatever. The goal right now is to make a little staircase down here. That way I can access this area rather easily. I'll make it a 3 wide, why not? Here we go. Okay. With that, I just need to get down off the mountain, and I could use the horse, but I've determined that I might as well just leave it there for now. Besides, I've got to focus on finding materials now. What I could do is I could use the water in my bucket to actually, you know, just use that, make a little fountain, I guess, down. It'll save me some time and effort. Let's do it somewhere it's not going to cause too much trouble. I guess here will do. Not perfect, but it'll do. Now, for those not aware, there is a special method I'm going to be using to climb this mountain now. It's not... I need a boat, basically. And you can guess what I'm going to do when I get the boat. But it's sure to be interesting once you figure it out. But just know I'll be flying over there if I use the boat, so... it's one of the few early game abilities I can take advantage of. For this now, I'm going to just be in F5 mode for a little bit, just so I can try and find these ores. So yeah, this is going to take a while, I feel. But alas, it's something I actually need to do, so better done than not, I suppose. Is any... Ah, here's something. It appears to be coal and gold. So I will just mark this on my map as both a coal and gold deposit. Okay, I'm not sure if the coal and gold are going to be around here specifically, but just knowing is important. Oh. Hey, spider. Anyways, back onto the travel. Let's see if I can't find, well, here's some cows, so I'm going to quickly kill those guys. They'll always be helpful to me, especially the food. In fact, it'd be one of the few vital things. From here, I just need to find... I need to find iron. I need to find the starlight, or rather the rock crystal deposits. And then from there, I can work out what else I need. Just need to figure it out, really. That's all it comes down to. Nothing right now. Bunch of stuff, though, I can't deny. Let's just hope my bed holds out. But it's good to know that close by I've got coal just readily available. That's going to be helpful in the near future, most likely. Quickly kill that cow and a few others. Oh, wait, this is hematite. So that must mean there's potentially a small vein of, is it copper or tin? I'm not sure. I can probably check, though. It is iron, actually. Alright, let's make a marker here for iron. Alright, that's the iron sorted. And now I just need a deposit for, well... yeah, I just need a deposit for tin and copper. Let's see. I'm going to need a tough dowsing rod. So it's going to require coal or charcoal, glass, and that. So first I need to figure out how to make glass, which shouldn't be too hard. I can melt sand in the melter or smeltery and pour it into a basin. And then I can upgrade my dowsing rod to something a bit better. So yeah, from here I can probably just mine this. Nah, I'll leave it for now. I don't need it in abundance right now. But copper and tin does come next, though, because if I don't have those, then I can't really, make anything beyond, iron in the near future. Plus, it always helps to have all these resources. You never know when it's going to be, helpful to have. Okay. Nothing yet from the looks of it. Perhaps a little bit further up here I can find something. Oh, that might be... Yeah, that's more iron from the looks of it. Check to make sure. I'm sure. Yeah, hematite, iron cluster. That is another iron deposit. What else can I find? It's hard to say. Well, at the very least nearby I have a ton of iron, gold, and coal to worry about. So there is a big plus for that. And I'm surrounded by mountains, so that's, you know, something. Oh, that's intimidating, but so cool. I do not regret building up on that hill, because there's a bloody valley. Oh god. Okay, the grass is getting a bit too much, so let's see. Let's carefully make our way over. I don't see any other deposits right now, which is a little concerning, not too much though. But there is at least an abundance of clay I can use, so it's not all bad. Let's see. There's a bunch of bushes, but nothing too special. There's some water, so I have some sort of water source to concern myself with. Not finding the resources though. Not yet anyways. Okay. Ah, here we go. Tealite. That is tin, I believe. Alright, I found a tin deposit. Now we just need the copper deposit, which, if done, I will be able to progress further. Which is... well, I won't progress further per se, but I'll get closer to what I need everything for, but... Alright, the only other thing I need is the rock cluster beyond that, so... as long as I can find what I'm looking for, I should be good to just... yeah, keep going, really. Ah, here we go. Copper. Yep, copper. So let's just mark this area. Alright, that's a copper deposit. And now I just need a rock crystal deposit. Because once I get the rock crystal deposit, then I am basically golden for finding loot and resources. Oh, right. In the near future, I'm probably going to have to grab my Beneath portal. But I won't be doing that for a long while, I feel. Strictly because of... oh, hold on. That is lapis, so I should probably mark that as well. Oh, jeez. Well, that was close. Alright, right next to the copper deposit, actually. So maybe I can actually... Alright, there we go. A copper and lapis deposit here. That way, you know, I don't have to, you know, worry about finding either. And I can just make markers on what one's which. And there's even some azurite and whatnot. But right now, the last thing I need to find is the rock crystals. Not lapis or whatnot. Once I find the rock crystals, I should be good to go, basically. Of course, I could travel out far, but I don't exactly want to do that if I can help it. So the closer, the better, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And, of course, here we are. And there we go. I could mark everything, but there's no need to. I personally don't think so, anyways. There's more hematite, which is basically, lapis. I'll just chop up some sheep. Why not? The wool helps. But mainly, it's just the food. Anyways, let's head back, I think. Would be the go-to now. Actually, maybe I should mine for the hematite, actually. Alright, here's the first order of business. Let's get some clay and sand. I'd prefer a chunk or two at least. By that I mean like 64 of each. Before I go back. As for why I'm getting so much, I would personally like to make a bunch of grout, so that way I can start making a smeltery. Because once I get the smeltery, it's going to cook all the ores and basically double production, I think. If I recall correctly, anyways. But once I have the smeltery, I can keep progressing on a much more advanced level, I feel. And from there, I can advance sufficiently far, anyways. Besides, it's part of the Between Lands stuff. Between Lands, locate a Druid circle in the swamp biome. Hold on. But I've got to I can't actually make a smelter. Not yet, anyways. I need to go to a swamp biome and find me a Between Lands, or at least get the materials to enter the Between Lands, basically. Which will make most of my tools useless to begin with. And plus it's dangerous, so... On the flip side, we'll be going somewhere different, which is nice, but I won't be going there this episode, I don't think, because it's obviously going to be dangerous. Definitely not prepared for it. And at the very least, I'd like to have some semblance of armor before I go in there. Otherwise, things could just get real bad real quick. Although, that said, it won't stop me from making the bricks. Because once the bricks are made, you know, it's not that bad. It'll save me time in the long run, basically, if I were to collect what I need immediately. I could also just grab building materials, because I'm going to need a lot of marble for dealing with Astral Sorcery. So there is that as well. I'm just getting way too ahead of myself. For now, let's just focus on gathering gravel, sand, and clay, as I originally stated. Once I have all three, I can progress forward a bit into the stage. Preferably a single stack should do me. I don't think that'll be enough, personally, to finish the Smeltery, that is. But it will be a step in the right direction, I feel. Let's see. Squid, shark, not exactly what I want to deal with right now. But it's going to be necessary if I want the sand. I guess, like, I did say I wanted it, so I'm going to have to want it bad. Alright, let's do it. We'll just have to be careful. That's all we can really do here. Okay, that's another row. Okay, almost there. More sand. Okay. Let's toss some stuff that I don't need. Mainly the plant stuff, I think. Yeah. Just ditch the plant stuff. I just need the sand more than anything, really. Okay, this is clay, I want to say? Oh, whoops. There we go. Now I don't need to actually worry. Alright. Alright, that's a bunch of clay. Can't be bad. Okay, that is nearly 64, or 128 even. Okay, I just need to hit 4 more blocks, I believe. And there we go, 2 stacks. Alright, with 2 stacks, from there, I just need 2 stacks of sand and 2 of gravel. I'll sleep on the mat, and I'll probably collect some, yeah, I'll grab some rushes, because it's always nice to have. At the very least, I can prepare the building blocks for, you know, using them as, well, using them as sheets. Because I use the sleeping bag a lot, after all. Should probably make 32, I think. That'd be nice. Or I could just collect a lot, honestly. 64 seems like viable. I just need to ditch the seeds, honestly. 46. 54. 56, 58, 60. I'm missing 2 for some reason. Or I miscounted. I guess I miscounted. There you go, 64. Just ditch... Well, I don't use the seeds anyway, so I'm good there. I will ditch the shark skin. I'll keep the sheep pelt, ditch the animal fat, keep the sticks, keep the copper, all that. Gravel is going to be used for something, so... There we go. I should have enough room for what else I need. Just need to actually get it. Nothing appears to be on my radar, so should be safe. That is 45 sand. And here we go. And there we go. Well, I don't think it's done for the sand part, but we're certainly getting there. I just need a lot more, basically. But at least we got gravel now, so I can start fishing at that. Certainly going to take a while, though, I must admit, given how much gravel there is. But then again, it's something that is going to be used for Grout next, so certainly going to be useful no matter what I do with it. I'll ruin the landscape, sure, but it's a little bit. Plus I could just cover it, it's fine. Not that I'm going to. It looks like my durability of my bed is actually going to be gone in a bit, so I should at the very least consider preps for that. Alright, almost there. And just gotta collect these blocks and I'm good, I think. Or at least I've got most of the blocks I need for the for what I need. I need a bit more sand and then a bit more gravel, I believe. Okay, quickly just grab these. That would leave me with 54 sand and 41 gravel. So, just rough math, I need 10 sands and a bit more gravel. I'm not sure how much specifically, roughly, but I should need only 10 sand. Alright, let's... stone. There we go. Okay, that is the gravel done with. And now the sand, which I can easily collect here. And that should be enough sand. That, or I missed one, apparently. Alright, let's collect one more. Done. Now we have 2 stacks of gravel, sand, and clay for the grouts. And we can use that to produce more items, really. And just keep going from there, I suppose. Alright. Well, with that in mind... Oh, right, glass blowing. Let's actually get some more sand. Preferably, let's get a little bit more. I don't need, like, a heavy amount. How much, though? I'll think about it. I might as well just get another stack. Just dedicated to something completely different. There's no harm in getting more, after all. To my knowledge, anyways. I guess if you want to put real life into this, the ecosystem balance has been completely eradicated. But that shouldn't be a worry here. I'm destroying so many coral reefs. Oh, shark, right. Right, there is the hammerhead. Let's just casually take him out. No reason to not, after all. Alright. Almost there. Alright, I think that should be enough, to my knowledge anyways. Yep, a solid 64. We're good. Alright, now we can head back. With glass in tow, even. Okay. As for mining, preferably I'd like to use iron. But let's... I need iron plates. To make iron plates, I'm going to need a stone anvil to smush it. To get iron, I just need to cast it in an ingot. Well, you don't cast it in an ingot, but I can turn it into a block instead. Let's see. Yeah, I basically need to get in a metal press or just cast it with 9 iron. So I should probably actually do that while I have the chance. Alright, well, first order of business, just get to the iron. I need enough for a block at least, and then I can go gung-ho. But if I do that, then, you know, it's done and over with. As long as it's done, I should be good. Wrong map. Okay, I need to go north here. And from there, I can probably just make my boat and go up there. And show you how fast boats can be in this, in Sevtech. Because they might not be fast, like, going, like, straight forward and whatnot. But there is a benefit, and it involves that water. Preferably, I'd like to make the water a bit, you know... I'd like to make the water decent, but... eh. It'll be rough for now. It'll change later. Okay. go. Now, there you go. To the iron. Oh right, this is copper. My bad. But there is hematite here, I do believe. Which is basically iron. Let's see. Where was it specifically? I know it was around here, at least. Probably near the rock crystals, I believe. It was somewhere near here. I'm fairly certain. Yeah, here it is. I can just get, you know, a few here and there. I guess I could start digging down, actually. Might as well, I suppose. No harm in it. I have no idea how far it's going to be, but it'll be somewhere around here. At the very least, once I hit the bottom, we've got plenty to access. Although I should probably do it at the, you know, actual marked location. I could probably just keep it marked and just have this as an active mine. Yeah, I mean, it's right here, so it's just like, okay. I mean, I'm not complaining. Iron's right here. It's ready for the pickings. Alright, let's just grab a bunch, then. It's not like it's going to go anywhere. Plus, gives me a reason to get 64. Or even more than that, honestly. Because I know iron's going to be a commodity for me. Let's just get 128, I want to say, but it's a bit too much. Yeah, whatever. It's not like I'm doing too much anyways, to my knowledge. Better to be safe than sorry. Oh dear, lag spike. Okay. Alright. Now, that should be enough to help as a marker, essentially. Alright. Okay, that makes 44. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. But once I get all this iron, I'll be moving back to the location specified and be producing results from there, I suppose. As for the crystals in, yeah, the rock crystals from Astral Sorcery, before I can do that, I think the first order of business is to make either a Starlight geolocator or the Resonating Wand. And then there's the Chunk Loader. Ooh, that could actually be pretty useful, honestly. Having a Chunk Loader would help crops grow, actually, which would be very beneficial to me in the long run. So as long as I have a chunk loader, that's actually pretty, that'd be pretty useful, to be honest. So that's something I'm probably going to make in the near future. If only for harvesting crops or automation, because goodness knows I'm going to need a lot of automation to keep progressing over the packs. Then of course there's mining and whatnot, which will have to be done with excavators, which we'll figure out in the near future, but not something I'm worried about right now. Well, right now, anyways. Let's just quickly repair the pick. Alright. There we go. Now we keep going here. There we go. With this, yeah, I can just start digging away here. Without too much trouble anyways. Alright, almost there. Nearly got a full 2 stacks, which is going to be vital for progression. Well, for the most part, I'd like to say. Strictly being that, you know, while it is, you know, perfect to have that much, it's strictly going to be used for tools, I'd like to think. And even then, I'm probably going to abandon it in the near future anyways, once I find something even better than that. But for now, iron will be my saving grace, put simply. Okay, 55. Almost there. And with that, I am done the iron mining. And from here, I can just casually jump up. There we go. I guess I could go mining for the rock crystals, but I think that's like a border thing. And I'd prefer to have the locators on hand before I start touching those. As much as I'd love to get into Astral Sorcery, unfortunately, it's not the right time. So, for now, instead, what I should do is probably demolish a tree. Do I need tin and copper? I got plenty back. Well, I got some back. So let's quickly demolish a tree in order to get a... Yeah, in order to get a craft... Well, no. I might as well just float up. I don't mind. I'll show you another time how that boat trick works. It's not perfect, per se, but it's the closest thing you're going to get to fast transport up and down a mountain. At least, that's what I personally believe. But essentially, to give you a rough idea, the boat catapults if you put it in the right location, and it shoots you up. You have to be careful though, because if you dunk yourself in water, that changes completely. But it's basically Minecraft physics at play when you're dealing with boats. Alright, well, once I get all the way up here, gorgeous view by the way, once I get all the way up here, I can actually start working on, what is it, I can start working on cooking the iron, for starters, which is definitely going to be one of the more important projects. From there, I can start making the mob farm through use of the blood magic, and I could just have that as an auto kill chamber, because I do believe if you hit any mob with the sacrificial dagger, I believe it's called. Well, not the sacrificial dagger that hurts me, but the other one, I do believe. that one will be able to... it should be able to insta-kill, to my knowledge. Which is a big boon, all things considering. Okay, well, anyways, let's mark anything that can be seen as stone. Or that will be seen, rather. This will be seen, this will be seen. Okay, let's just leave it at that for now. And from here, we can start building things up, I suppose. First, the thatch. This will be done over here, I think. Just let that dry, and then I can make that into something in particular. This is going to require quite a bit of progress, so first order of business is probably working the axle to a design that is more fitting. So with this saw, I could probably put it on the side here, and it would be fine. But I'd prefer to have it a little inclined to the wall, so I can just place... So somewhere like here, and that way I can just cut blocks using this area, and then it'll just shoot out without too much trouble. For the millstone, on the other hand, I'm probably going to have to put it either here or here. Somehow. I'll figure it out as I go, basically. There's a clutch box, whatever that is. Maybe I can find it in H1. Let's see, a clutch box is a... I don't know. It's something. Gearboxes get overpowered when the windmill spins too quickly. Disable it with redstone before this happens. Well, I do not use windmills, I use water mills. So there is that. But, yeah. I'm not sure. What do I do? What do I do? Whatever. For now, I just need to get the, I need to get the kiln ready. Let us put you here. And what else? I need a bunch of sawdust. That'll be my fuel source for this melter. Oh, right, and the smelter is going to require lava anyways, so I'd need to actually make an infinite lava source if I wanted to put in results like that. So that's another thing I'd have to consider. But anyways, faucet. So with the faucet, I can start cooking the iron. Never mind. I can't because the iron is something that needs a hotter heat to cook with. So, while unfortunate, I can still, I guess I could... I need glass, first and foremost. So how do I make glass? I can either use a Sarius, which I do not know how to make, or I can just melt it, or use an arc furnace. Yeah, no, I just need to cast it with glass. So let's just do that then. 3 blocks. Just let that cook. Jeez. The sawdust is going like crazy, but it's a fuel source, a cheap one, albeit. Okay. Hoppers require iron. Samorite hopper. A wooden hopper. I guess I could make a hopper, honestly. There'd be nothing stopping me from doing so. Alright, chest and wood. That's the key thing here, basically. Alright. From there, 4-slot hopper made of wood. I could make lava wood, and that is lava basically on any planks, which I can't make right now. But I can make this. So 1 second while I do this. Just load that. I need 5 of these. For those, I'm gonna need string, so quickly. There we go. Now I just need this. There we go. Whopper Mark II. Okay, with the heater, I can actually put the... Oh, is it actually... Oh, it's oh god, hold on 1 second. Just put some coal in there. Or rather, charcoal. Alright. I am going to need a chest for this. Okay, there we go. With that, the sawdust will cook. And from there, I don't have to worry about it. It'll just take from the sawdust and go from there. Saving the trouble. I kind of wish you could make something with the sawdust, though. Because it is a bit annoying to know that you can't do anything with it. At the same time, though, I can understand. Oh well. It is something I can worry about in the future. It is no big deal. Alright, well, with that, I can just put the sawdust over into here. Ah. Yeah, you can only cook 2 blocks of sand at a time, which is troublesome. But understandable. Glass is next gen, I can understand. Then of course we got wool. And wool can be used to make quite a few things, I believe. It appears that there's chisel bags, which is going to be nice. But the key thing is the basic backpack. Ooh boy. That's going to be fun. And ooh, bed. That's going to also be fun. Okay. With that, I can now make the Dowsing Rod. With that, I'm going to need 2 charcoal, 2 wood, and the glass. Okay, with that, I need... I guess I could use the mulberry. There we go. Tough Dowsing Rod. That means I can ditch the old Dowsing Rod. And because I managed to do it, I do have iron and star power, which can make complex recipes and whatnot. Iron apple. Yeah, the iron apple is going to be key, honestly. Note, this is an early unlock and does not have to be completed. The reward can be granted in a later stage. Okay, so this is basically an early stage buffer, if you want to do it. If you're tired of waiting for crops to grow, craft a watering can. Smelter tank. Alright, well, the problem is I won't be able to make that sort of stuff until I go to Between Lands. Tier 3 blood magic, I don't think I need that just yet, but something worthwhile considering. Involve your paper production technique by making Minecraft paper. That is basically just pulp into paper. Pulp is sawdust, glue, and fluid. Which I guess makes sense now on why it's there. Let's first focus on the fleece and wicker. So, to make wool, you need a block of wicker, which is basically 4 sugarcane together, and that's another 4 sugarcane to make it fully. So basically you need 32, make 8, then you can make 2 wicker. Which, I mean, I guess that's good. It's expensive, I'll say that much. Not exactly what I would say is for the best. Well, it's not perfect, I'll give it that much. I'm better off using thatch for now, for most of the stuff. if anything. But I digress. We did manage to get some stuff, though, at least. Time to upgrade to a crafting station. Let's do that, actually. That might actually be decent. There we go. Crafting station. Nice. Okay, and there we go. Now it's a little bit more clean, a bit more organized, and yeah, now we have a crafting station. Might move that actually, just casually, probably over here. Let's just move it right here, I'd say. Have it just nearby. Maybe a block over here. Right here. There we go. That'll work, I think. Yeah, that'll work. I hope. God. No, let's move it to the side. I don't want it in the way. Just here then. There. Done. Now I feel a bit more comfortable. Okay, crafting station. That's done. Now part maker. Part builder requires blank patterns, which requires bark and, well, yeah, bark and siding. Well, I've got bark. I just need siding. Okay, siding is going to be required here. Let's make 64, so I need only 32 oak planks. Well, no, I need to split that up, so I'm actually going to need... So 32 bark is going to make... Yeah, so this is what I need. I need 32 of this. Okay, with that. Two stacks of blank patterns. I probably don't need this much, but whatever. Now, for wood. Let's just quickly chop 3 logs down here, just in case I, need it. Alright, a part builder. Honestly, I could probably put it here. I just have a line here instead. It saved me the trouble. What else? I need a stencil table and part builder. That requires wood. And I need a tool station. And that requires a crafting table. Okay, parts builder goes here, stencil table here, tool station there. There we go. Put the stencil table there. And from there, I can just work my way through. Okay. Now, I can make feasibly anything here. But the ones I can make right now are pickaxes and whatnot. Oh, I guess there is the handheld crafting table, but I'm not going to make that, honestly. It seems like a bit too much of a hassle. What I will do, however, is start my progress on making a blood altar, I think. I think that would be the best option for me right now, among other things, I'd say. Because I do have the materials for it. And I'm going to need to make a mob farm in the future anyways. I just need to decide where I want to build it, is the toughie. Preferably, I'd like to build it out here, maybe? Do I want to build it out here? It seems logical, doesn't it? Honestly, I'd probably get away with it and just make a line here. Gives me a reason to make a little pathway and, you know, match it up to some extent anyways. Alright. There we go. Alright. Well, no reason to not, I suppose. Let's do it. Alright, we'll make a little line of planks here. No, won't necessarily lead anywhere, but it's the thought that counts. There we go. And I can actually make a... Do I do a double or a triple? Because if I do a triple, then I'm going to have to make it a single line. Or a single entrance. If I make it a double, then... yeah. And a quadruple, bit too much. So, here's what I'll do. I'll do a... If I want the best results, a single is probably for the best. So, here is what I will do. With this as a marker for the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, we'll mark the door here. And we will make a 3x3 corridor leading out. And go from there. And from there, I need to build up a design that fits the blood altar. So I need to do some quick research on the blood altar in its book and determine what I do for the building design and size. Okay. Okay, the blood altar. Not exactly what I was looking for. Upgrading my altar. Here we go. Doesn't help me. Alright. It appears that the limit is tier 6, I want to say. That's 4. That's 5. That's 6. So the limit appears to be 6, I do believe. So give me a hot second. Do. No. Here, this will be a good view. Okay, it looks like it has to be a 23 by 23 design. At least from what I'm viewing here. That's assuming I want the absolute maximum. So, here's what I'll do. I'll make the design with that in mind, honestly. So 23 by 23. So... yeah, I just have to make a platform that's 23 by 23, which is going to be a big build, but necessary. Okay, so this is going to be a hefty build, or at least a hefty platform to start out with. Okay, so that's 23 on this side. Here we go. This is the other side. Whoops. Alright. Okay, so this is a 23 by 23 area. Or at least this is a 23 area. Now we move all around, basically. And we focus in on the middle is the key. Alright, here we go, once again. Okay, this is 23 as well. Alright. I need a bit more wood, but once I have the platform set up, it should be good. And from here, basically in the future I can work on the details of this area, but this will be the key central point of the blood altar. So in the very center is where it's going to lead up a bunch of steps to the blood altar. I'll probably make it a bit more artistically designed in the near future, but for now I'm just looking for the base, which is key for most builds. Alright, with that, I just close that casually. There we go. Good thing I checked online. And from here I can just branch out and I should meet between the two. And there we go. And that is the border that I have to work with. Yeah, I need a build wand. Alright, let's make a build wand. 2 wood and a stone. That's nice. Let's do that. That'll save me some significant amount of time. Okay, 2 wood and a stone. Got a stone, I just need 2 wood. So I'll just use the mulberry like I did before. Needs to be actual stone, so hot second. Plant that on the fire to cook, and I should be good on that front. Just gotta be patient. There we go, stone. There we go, stone wand. Gives me a chance to get some more wood. In fact, I might as well get... Yeah, let's just do that. Yeah, just do a bit more movement, and there we go. Done. That should be enough. At least for this project, anyways. Okay, almost there. Just need to... Actually, I could probably put this in the middle here, and there we go. Now I can just keep making the project without too much hassle. There we go. I could probably actually do an alignment here as well. So, from here to here, so basically here, I want to say. There we go. There. Now the alignment will help here. So from here to here. There we go. That's another set sorted. And I've basically run out of wood, which I'm going to need more now. So with that in mind, I'm going to have to chop a bunch of trees. Alright, well, no time like the present, eh? Okay. Just need some stone to repair. Done and done. And we're good to go. Start with these. I should only need 64 wood is what I believe, but it could be wrong. So it is going to be a trek to make all these trees, but better than nothing, I suppose. At least I've got plenty just to work with, so I'm not going to complain on that front, at least. So it's going to be an easy time. But I do believe, at the very least, I want to touch up on Astral Sorcery. long enough to get what I need for flight, which is going to be an integral part of traveling in the world. Because once I get that, like, it's basically easy mode at that point. Because, well, for one, flight is OP as shit. And two, well, I'll be able to build without the worry of fall damage. Which is another boon, I must admit. I'd still have to be careful, of course, because, you know, death at every corner, never can be too careful. But I'd be in a step in the right direction to ensure the longevity of my life. Well, at least that's the belief. But it'll allow me to build a lot more... It basically secures safety when building, because you never know what will happen. Well, that, and for travel, it's immensely helpful, I'd like to believe. Okay. Now we chop up the wood as much as we can. Okay. And there we go. It appears that some wood are showing. It might look a bit ugly if I don't do this, so let's hope I can just find the blocks among the group. Probably not. Okay, let's go. And it appears that there's more wood here, which is nice. Good. Hopefully I can clear out this tree then. It doesn't look like it though. Well, maybe. I'll leave the rest for now. I'm not too much of a rush. Besides, I got the 64 I needed, so I'm good there. Okay, now, with that out of the way, I can start making more wood. Let's throw these saplings away somewhere. Throw it in there with the bone meal, I guess. The apples can go back. As is with the beef. What else? I guess the raw steak, or raw shark. Cow pelts can go in here, I guess. Throw the sticks in there, I suppose, as well. Pull out the oak logs, because I'm going to need those. Alright. For the most part, that's done. There, that'll do. I'm more in this for the wood anyways, so this is key. Now, it may get a bit noisy here, but that's just unfortunately what's going to have to happen. Once I can start storing this stuff away properly, it should be good to go. But sawdust is likely going to go into the smelter, strictly for the purpose of burning away excess, because I don't need this much, I must admit. And while I could use it to make paper, I should be fine for now, honestly. I am in no rush to expend that resource, put simply. And with this, now that I've done this, well, to explain it further, because I ground up the wood, I have plenty of logs to finish this platform. As I said before though, this is a stencil, so it's not going to be in the finished version. It is just meant to house the location of the altar and the mob farm when I get to building it. But essentially, this will be the build. It goes from there all the way to there. It will be surrounded likely by a wall, most likely. Or I'll at least make like a little wall here, and maybe make some like sort of design on the bottom to at least make it look nice. But beyond that, probably not going to do much with it. Well, aside from, you know, the obvious, which is going to be killing mobs with it, and, you know, turning those mobs into something useful. As for how I'm going to make it useful, well, the hope is to turn all the materials gathered into stuff. I'm not sure what, particularly, but I'll turn it into something. Okay, this is the wrong place for it, I think. The torch. The torch matches here, which matches here, which is a bit off, I think. I'm probably getting it badly organized, but it should be like somewhere here, here. So, oh dear. I think here, I want to say. Oh god, the alignment's a bit off. Oh dear. I hope I didn't do it wrong, because that would mean the design's a bit flawed. Hold on. Let's light this up first. No need to let mobs spawn on here. Definitely not. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 23. Okay, so it is 23 by 23. So I basically need to find a middleman here, which is here. And I need to go from the middle all the way out. So from here, go here, 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 here. Yep, so this is the middle. From there, I will need to work out the torches respectfully. So from here, I need to get the cross section between this torch, which is here, this torch, and this torch. So right there. Then I go from here, which will be right here, I believe, which is this torch, and that torch. Bingo. For this torch, it is from here, 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 so down, so wait, so from this torch to this torch to this torch, it's down here, I guess? It's a bit off. But it is aligned, from the looks of it. Ah, it's a bit off aligned, but that's the that's how it that's just how it is, basically. So from here, yeah, basically done. It's a little off, but it does match up with the other torches, so it's fine. Plus, there's no mob spawning on this, so the platform's roughly a success. Now, before I continue, I need to quickly check up on the altar to determine how to make a tier 6. Okay, so okay, I just need to build 5 blocks up, or 4 blocks. So that can range from, so this is the outer edge, so this is gonna have like, this is gonna have blocks going all across, essentially. So this is gonna be like, I need to start the center basically and work my way out, but I need to know the height, which is 5. So this will be 5. So I need to build 4 blocks up with this torch. Okay, so row 1 will likely have the, what is it? Well, first let me do this. Okay, so from there, it's going to be 4, 3, 2, 1. So this row is... 1 second. Okay, so from here, basically that will be the blank rune slots. And if I want to make it larger, I have to build out from there. At least from this area. And I have to build 1 down each time. So with this design in mind, I will have a nice, complete blood altar for the near future. But anyways, this altar will not be finished just yet, per se, but it is on the road to being useful. So I don't need anything under there right now. But I will need to prepare for the future, basically. Anyways, just chop out the clear bits, and there we go. So for this, I'm going to need the mob spawner to have a lip here, I think. Because the blocks are going to be like this, basically. So I won't be able to access the altar itself like that. I'm going to need to actually build up 1 more block. Or I won't be able to actually get up. So this will be the platform, basically. There will be a area around it, so I'm actually going to have to move this a little further out. So it'll sort of be like this, I think. And then with the platform, I basically have to build a 1x1 around. Alright. Okay, with this ring, I should feasibly be able to... Well, actually, what I could do is I could do slabs instead. And that way, I can just have full blocks on the other side. That's actually a better idea. Maybe I do slabs here. And that way I can see the altar, which will be actually pretty nice. So I should only need 3 applications, I want to say. So basically, well, God, I'm saying that too much. So if I were to do this, and I were to, what is it? I could slab this as well, but nah. I were to build a box similar in nature to this. If I were to build it like this, they wouldn't be able to get out, but they can still see me. So, what would happen if I do that? Well, I wouldn't see them, but... Yeah, so I won't be able to see them, but it would still be an issue. So that is not something I can reliably use. Unless I make these slabs, in which case it actually does work. So let me quickly make some more slabs. Okay, with these slabs, I should be able to make it work if I put blocks down. As for whether the blocks will, I think the only real issue, though, at this point is, well, the real issue here is that I won't be able to collect the mob drops just normally anymore. So now I have to figure out a way to apply the collection method as well. Because I am utilizing I'm basically utilizing everything in my disposal to make this mob farm in a acceptable fashion. In theory, I should be able to make this work. In practice, it might be a bit harder. Anyways, for now, let's just get this sorted and figure out if it works or not for the design. Okay. So obviously if I crouch, I can actually get a good clear hit, and I can start working with the blood altar as well. I should at least try to make it so I have to crouch here, but it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to make that happen. Not unless I can figure something out. But for mobs, it should be feasible. At the moment, I don't think I'll be able to make anything that I can use to drag the mob drops out. So that is an issue. However, there might be a possible solution depending if I can make objects waterlogged or not. Well, it really depends how water acts in this situation. Because if it does work the way I'm thinking it does, then we will have a way to transport mob drops, in a sense. Well, first let me show you what I have in mind. So, in order for the mobs to actually, you know, drop their loot and move it, we're gonna actually have to, you know, get the water to push it. I think that's really the only feasible way. The best way to do that would be to use water. From what I can tell, it does not focus on the slab itself, but rather it focuses on full blocks. So I won't be able to do this trick with just any water. However, what I can do instead is actually something that's similar to this design, just built differently. Oh, wood. The axe is broken, so I gotta repair it. So let's do that first. Okay. First, let's get the wood, or rather stone. Done and done. Okay. With this, I can just make these slabs. Instead, I can just replace these with full blocks, like I had them before. It would limit my crafting, I won't deny. And there is the off chance this could just ruin my things, yeah. Because there's like a little lip here. So there is that issue. However, that can be fixed if I put a slab specifically here, I think. Because a slab is lower than the blood altar, which will allow me to craft still. So if I keep that lip here, and I were to instead use slabs in this instance, and finally follow up with water going this direction and this direction, then I will have a faucet to work with, because the water will simply push this way. Theoretically, the water should push the items as well while the blood altar is there, but I need to do some tests. But, assuming it works, which I think it does, so let me give that a quick test. Oh, it's actually rather quick. 1 second. Yeah, the water actually floats items from the looks of it, so... This is gonna get complex, I think. With that in mind, though, I could actually make like a little, if I make like a little extension, I could probably have it so the water actually drags the items across over top where the altar is, while I can just cut mobs like here. And I don't even have to worry about it then, at that point, I think. I just have to make sure the mob drops actually go into the water, which most of them will. Okay, so in order for that to work then, I'm going to need to... Well, I need to figure out a way to get... I need to figure out how I'm going to push the water... push the items through without it intervening with what I'm doing. So in order for that to happen, I'm going to need to make a little collection deposit, collection area. So if I want to do that in particular, I am better off sending direction this way instead of this way. That way I can actually focus my efforts on attacking from here without the mobs actually blowing up. So if I do it this way, and I have hoppers on the other side here, just on the near end, I probably even don't need to make these full solids, so I could probably do it like this. And then do it like this, or at least have 3 hoppers, you know, just danced on right here. And then I have them porting into chests on this side. And worst case, I can also make those hoppers drop out the items into another chest. Well, actually, I could just use one chest, because I can have the hoppers lead into the middle hopper, and then have that hopper lead down into a chest. In which case, my problem's solved. I will need to do a small extension here, but all things considered, it's not that bad. It's just gonna... At that point, I might as well just have the drops go backwards, right? I might as well do that for design's sake, at the very least. Okay, so battle plan. Water goes down this way, transports the items. I don't need this half slab at that point, so this will be fine as a full block. No, I'll keep it as a slab, strictly for crafting, because that'll help no matter what. It will... And besides, if any excess items come my way, then I can just collect them as is. And from there, I can have the slab, or I can have a little bit more of a lip here. Whoops. Alright, have a bit of a lip. That way I can work properly. So it will extend further into here, to which it will send down to the hoppers here, and send into a chest right here. So let's give it a shot. In fact, I might as well chop the middle here, because that way I can make it a double chest and have more room. Okay, let's do this. Okay, that's a double chest. I'm going to need 3 hoppers, so 3 chests. Okay, 3 chests. And now I need 3 cobwebs. Well, no, I could actually just use wooden hoppers. I don't need to make it like 4 stacks worthy. This would be good without it, honestly, I must admit. So first let's place the chests. And then the hoppers. And with that, it should just place into the chests once I set up the water. In theory, anyways. Oh, right. The mobs are actually going to get pushed as well. Nuts. Alright. Well, my design is a little bit flawed then. Because, yeah, the mobs will start pushing, so that's no bueno. Well, not... God, why am I saying that lately? It's not going to be great, so I should probably do it the other way around. And with it, I can actually push the mobs closer to me, and while it is like 1 block excess away, it should hold the same results, I want to say. Yeah, there should be no feasible worry if I do it this way either. Yeah. The only difference is I'm going to be like a block away, basically. Anyways, chests first. Hopper next. Right, I won't actually be able to access that like that. So, there's no point in the oak doing that even. So I'm better off just leaving the lip there and just hoping. Because the blocks actually float, so there is no problem with that. What I could do, actually, is just set up a lip here, I guess, and just have it sacrificed from here. Something like this would work. Because it's not like they're gonna actually get this far, I don't think. Okay. That'll have to do. Worst case, it just doesn't work, and I have to revise the plan. But this building idea should feasibly work, anyways. Alright, but with that, I should be good to place the water and see if it transports. Yep, it goes there. What I really need is I really need like a setup to start pushing mobs in before I can start, you know, worrying about this, but I'm gonna need to make it anyways, so whatever. What else? What is it? I'm going to need trapdoors, obviously. So I'm going to need trapdoors for this design, because if I don't use trapdoors, it's just going to make things a little worse. But yeah, no, if I use trapdoors, I can make like a little collection area that leads into this area. For spiders, it shouldn't be too much of a worry, I don't think. But as a precaution, I should consider it. Right, I'm also going to need to figure out a way to access the altar. So, in that regard, let us see about making a little location to just hop up and use it. How about slab? Yeah, a slab works. That way I can access it. I won't be able to place that there, but that's actually unfortunate. I guess I could use like a trapdoor here in this case. That way the trapdoor can block the water, essentially, which is basically what I'm going for anyways. The trapdoors do two things. One, they'll let mobs walk off the side to let them fall into the dropper. The other benefit is it's going to allow for... Well, it's going to basically allow me to control or prevent water from being a problem. But anyways, how am I going to do this? There we go. Now I can alter the blood altar as much as I want. Feasibly, the water shouldn't go anywhere. Yep. This blocks it. And the mobs will not be focusing on me because they'll be pushed to the side here. And I should be fine. Now, before I start making this altar, I need to do one other thing. Well, among many others, anyways. Okay. Well, with this, I should have the altar set up. I'm not too concerned about height with this mob spawner, because the closer it is, the better, honestly. What I am concerned about is the... What is it? Well, 1 second. Let me just make slabs, because this is going to help me more, honestly. There we go. Chop these to clear the way. There we go. Now, I need to make the... What is it? God, I'm having a brain fart. I need to make the Water Sigil, yes, that's it. And in order to do that, I'm going to need some blood, and I'm going to need to make a slate for it. And that's going to require 2 water buckets. I'm going to also need the Hellfire Forge, which is tin and bronze, with 4 stone and a block of copper. So it's not something I'm going to be able to make today, because I don't think I have the materials for it right now. Well, maybe I do. I've got the bronze, I've got the tin, and I certainly got the copper. It's just going to take time. So yeah, it's not something I can make today, per se. Well, bugger it, I have time. I can make it. Why not? It gives me time to actually prepare the mob farm as well. Do I want to go further, though? Yeah, no, maybe... I don't know. I'll just keep going until I'm, you know, satisfied. Well, with that in mind, I just need to prepare the mob farm itself. So, with that in mind, I'm going to have to jump up to here. Okay, that's kind of useless. But yeah, no, the drop should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I'll just have to be a 5 block drop. There's nothing needed to kill the mobs per se. But yeah, this should be enough. Honestly, yeah, I just need it only to be a block like that, so from here I can build this up 2 blocks, because I don't need it to be too high needed, really. But I do need it to extend all the way. So basically, I'm going to need to make a length here, length here. It's a lot of progression. Alright. Put those torches there for now. There we go. Alright, with that I won't be able to build any further, unfortunately. I need more wood. So I'm going to have to collect more, I think, unless I ran out, in which case I don't blame. Yeah, I think I ran out. I got 5 more pieces, but that's not going to be enough. And I don't exactly want to build with dirt. So what can I do? I guess... Well, I can't really make anything else here, can I? Not unless, you know, that's built. It's going to be a small mob farm, but it's still going to be significant, considering it's going to be spawning day and night. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. First, let's deal with the... No, actually... Oh, right, I ran out of fuel. Oh dear. Let's ditch the oak bark now. I can always get more. Let's keep a 64 just in case, honestly. And from there, I will just put in charcoal, because I got way too much. Okay, there we go. And now a proper fuel source has been added. So now I have plenty of cook time there. But the first order of business for the foreseeable future anyways is to make this, or complete this mob farm. I'm not sure if I'll turn it into cobblestone or not. Probably don't need to turn it to cobblestone, but I know I've got a bit more than that. A bit more, at least, in that than wood. Not by much, though, from the looks of it, so... Here's what I'm going to do. I am going to end stream once the copper is done. Well, I'm going to end stream. Next time, we will be going on a logging trip. More specifically, we are going to go on a logging trip down over here, where there's a plentiful amount of trees. I'm going to get a bunch of stacks of wood. I'm going to expand this mine to start making farms. I'm probably going to start making the Water Sigil and getting that made once I have the Hellfire Forge, which is not too hard to make. I just need a block of copper now. And once that is done, we'll have to figure it out. Because I need to deal with a lot of stuff here on the mod pack. Probably will mine some lapis. We'll probably get some gold, get some rock, or rock crystals, so we can start making Astral Sorcery stuff. Basically just a bunch of stuff that we need to handle. And we're going to need more resources anyway. So probably for the best that we do this. So regardless, I hope you guys all enjoyed. I know I did. And I will see you guys in the next stream. Take care, everybody.